is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the City of Angels, Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels making his way to the ring for action here on Xplosion. And JB, we got to touch on it again, just how great these crowds are in England.
Oh, they're so great, of course, here in Manchester. They're not afraid to let you know their opinion. They're doing it in mass, and this matchup is going to be fantastic. Get ready.
And his opponent from the Isle of Samoa, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, former world heavyweight champion, tag team champion, X Division champ. He's done it all. I mean, just think of how decorated these two competitors are when it comes to championship gold.
Not only that, but both men world travelers, not too uncomfortable being inside the ring outside of their own home country. Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, both extensive tours of Japan. They've wrestled in Manchester many, many times as well, and this is going to be an epic battle. You're seeing it here exclusively on Xplosion.
Daniels getting an earful from the Manchester crowd here, trying to silence him. Good luck.
I'll tell you what, last year, what a night it was. Samoa Joe got a shot at Bobby Roode, the World Heavyweight Championship at the time, but tonight, one of his fiercest rivals over the last 6 years in Impact Wrestling, it's Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get in a striking war with Samoa Joe. That's probably going to be a losing proposition. Look for Daniels to try and quicken the pace. He's going to have to uncork some high-risk offense, you got to believe. You can't stand in trade with Joe.
Nobody home.
Well, maybe that's not going to work either. Back to the old drawing board. Joe just nonchalantly steps aside there and now uncorks a huge buzzsaw kick that momentarily brings Daniels back to his feet and back down again. Here comes Joe in the corner, jumping into Guri.
That's that signature explosive Samoa Joe offense. We've seen it. It's been so successful. And then a good old face wash coming up.
Yeah, you talked about his time in Japan. A fixture over there in the land of the rising sun. Really brought to light by Otani in Japan, and Joe has used that in his offense ever since.
Where it really comes in handy, Todd, especially traveling overseas, the experience knowing that not only are before a crowd like this, but the travel involved is just lengthy, extensive. When you get used to that, when you're used to doing that and performing under those conditions, it can take a toll if you're not ready for it.
Absolutely, and now we want to talk about taking advantage. Daniels trying to take advantage of Joe as he came to the ring, but one huge shot turns the tables again in the favor of the Samoa submission machine. Uncorks the jabs, just turning him inside out with a clothesline and another. A lot of history between these two. They're the inverted atomic drop. When Joe starts to roll, he can really string together the offense for that huge triple threat match. Hold on as Joe goes for the cover. One of the all-time classics in TNA wrestling, featuring Joe, Daniels, and the phenomenal AJ Styles in years past.
And we're seeing a classic here tonight.
Joe just lightning fast with that power slam. He's got everything going his way right now. Can Joe keep it rolling, or will Daniels get back into it as Xplosion rages on from Manchester? Welcome back, everyone, to Xplosion. Todd Kennelly and JB, Jeremy Borash here with the call of the action. Nice STO there by Daniels, who was really in control throughout the break, JB.
No question about it. You're talking about Christopher Daniels with an offensive barrage, has taken it to Samoa Joe, and look at this crowd on hand. And I'll tell you what, a matchup between these two, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, you're seeing great exclusives like this. And how about next week right here on Xplosion, Todd? A cover. A match signed next week here on Xplosion, a first. We are on the road to lockdown.
Cannot wait. Indeed, we are. These shows in the UK, all part of the huge Road to Lockdown tour. And speaking of which, next week, for the first time ever, big shot there by Daniels. He's going to go for the cover. Hold on. Into the cover, count at two. Next week, first ever steel cage match on Xplosion. Not only that, it's gonna feature 2 stars of the X Division, as Christopher Daniels trying to neutralize Samoa Joe here, trying to wear the big man down. Joe back to a vertical base though, and that's where he's dangerous. But Daniels is so crafty, he's got an answer for just about everything, except maybe that huge chop.
Wow, just lays it in and again.
And follows up with the big knee strike, all the weight down, now across the body of Daniels. You know, I've touched on it before when people try and trade strikes with Joe. It's like the age-old, you know, throwing rocks at a man with a machine gun, as Roddy Piper would say.
And look at Daniels now, feeling confident enough to go for one of his signature maneuvers.
Looking for the BME. Joe able to roll out of there. ST Joe out of the corner. So Joe able to counter the BME attempt and answers with a signature of his own. Right now, Joe 1 step ahead of Daniels.
I'll tell you what, the fans are rating this up to. How cool is it to be doing Xplosion from right here in the United Kingdom at a matchup they're getting to see in Manchester. We're getting to see it around the world. Look out.
Big time exclusive. Look out. Muscle Buster. Center of the ring. Hook of the leg. And Joe picks up a big victory here.
Your winner, Samoa Joe!
What a fantastic effort by both men. Samoa Joe getting the victory. And get ready, because this action continues. Great matchup next week in the steel cage. Kenny King, Zima Ion, all here on Xplosion from the United Kingdom.
Cannot wait for that big victory here tonight for Joe, but like you mentioned, next week, it's steel cage action in the X Division on Xplosion.